Okay, so then, those of you who are younger and those of you who are older, keep listening. So I've got here something I just want to show you. Now, I wonder, in your house, have you got anything like this? I don't mean necessarily cities of the world, but a calendar or family organizer, something where you put on all the things you're doing in the coming days, months, and the rest of the year. Now, you might not fill out one of these, but I expect there might be something like that. We got one of these on our wall in the kitchen, and if you go through it, it tells you all different appointments, etc., etc. I'm not going to show you them because I've been told very, very clearly by Louise that I'm not to show you any of the actual things for privacy, and she's absolutely right. But there you go. There's all sorts of things on there. All right, throughout the year, and it's filled out. So I could look back on this and go through all the things that are going on that went on last year. Okay, now then, we've got one for this year as well. Now, of course, that's full of all sorts of things. Now, here's this year's one. Okay, different one, which we've got. But, of course, it's empty. Now, I know we've got some things written on there for January, for this month, but the rest of it is empty. Lots of things, okay? And, of course, through the year, it will fill up. But at the moment, it's empty because here's the thing. We don't know what is going to happen. We can write things down and etc., etc., but they don't tell me. I don't know what is going to happen. Now, as you go through the year, you put things in, you plan for the future, holidays, etc., etc., when you're off school. But what we need to do is remember this, and quick one this morning. No matter what our plans are, we can't know for sure what is in the future. We can get our family organizer or calendar or diary, whatever you use. We can write in dates and appointments that are going to come, but we can't be sure they're going to happen. The Bible says this in the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 8 and verse 7. Since no man or no woman, since no person knows the future, who can tell them what is to come? Since no person knows the future, who can tell them what is to come? See, there's nothing wrong with planning for the future, but we can't be certain it's going to happen. We can put appointments in this calendar from now until December, but the only day that we can be sure of is today. Now, of course, some people become worried or frightened because they can't be sure of the future. You know, how do I know what's going to happen today, tomorrow, next week, next year? I'm worried about it. But here's the thing. We don't actually need to worry. Because even though we don't know what the future holds, we do know who does hold the future. So the future is in God's hands. Now, as human beings, we find that difficult to accept because we want to be in charge of the future, but none of us are. The future is in God's hands. He holds that future. And that means we can actually rest easy in the plans that he has made for us. Some of the things we plan for this year will happen, and some of them won't. See, we can't be sure of tomorrow, but we have today. And so that means if we have today, we need to live it the way God has planned it. We need to obey him today, listen to him today, do the things that he wants us to do today. Jesus himself said, do not worry about tomorrow. Each day has enough trouble of its own. Let's focus on today. It's fine to make plans. It's fine to look forward to the future. But today, let's plan today to worry about today. Take care of today. Love God and serve him today. Thanks for listening. And here's the next bit of the service.